Hey! Kí la tún kàn yìí kẹ́ ẹ? Gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn, ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ wá bá ń gbọ́ yìí o.
I'm fine, sir. Long time.
Longest time, my brother. What exactly
Amen.
is happening? Because I know you are an industry man, so you know what is in the industry.
Well, 90% of the information now is in coma.
That's what I was worried about.
So there were 5. They only recovered 2 people. 3 people are yet to be seen.
Wow. How authentic is this information?
It's in the hospital now. They went to the mortuary now. Mortuary said this guy is alive. He's not dead.
Thank you.
So let's
Lord.
just wait. Let's just still wait and,
Thank you, Lord.
see what happens.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, I can tell you 100%. It's St. Joseph Hospital or something.
Don't announce the name of the hospital so people don't rush there, because you see, if you, in their bid, in the people's bid to go and check and see if he's okay, they will now go and obstruct the doctors and all that.
That's true. That's true. That you made one point, and which is true. Somebody will come up from water. Not supposed still, they're still live in that person.
I saw them taking pictures. You see, we used to see these memes. Somebody is drowning and the people are taking pictures. I saw this. They were laying them on the floor. No CPR. No CPR. They were too busy taking pictures. I've taken a picture. I watched it on one of the blogs. CPR within the first 3 to 5 minutes of an incident.
Some people were saying it's a prank. It's a prank. What kind of prank? Which kind of prank when he's not on his own movie set?
I don't want you. Okay, let me unmute. I'm muted on. Sorry, I'm muted on Facebook because we muted to pray. How do I unmute on Facebook? Story alone or Facebook unmute? Sorry. So what I was saying is, let us not mention the name of the people whose movie is acting, because right now people are angry and they're going to transfer the anger.
That's true.
So what?
Even when I saw that video, I was like, this thing. My mind was like, water. This cannot be Asaba. Asaba water no deep. This should be Bayelsa. It was later I realized it was Anambra. It was not Bayelsa. That's 100% in Anambra, yeah.
But what happened with the boat? Was the boat overspeeding? Was it raining?
And sometimes, taking somebody from one point to another, and you want to rush to drop this person to go and pick other people, because you can only take certain number of people, on one trip. I know these boat people, some of them, they have different people. They're looking for customers. You understand what I'm saying? So don't worry, wait. But
have you ever been on a boat? Have you ever been on a boat in that part?
I'm a crossivarian, so if not for water, we try.
Okay, do you swim?
I swim. We swim. Okay. I swim for beach. So not to talk of.
Now, do you think it should be better going forward? Any actor that wants to act the kind of movie that requires him crossing over, to have not just a small water jacket, a life jacket, to have proper life-saving kits, and should at least have basic swimming knowledge.
Okay. Daddy Freeze, as 2007, okay, at the age of 17, 18, I remember when I was in Bayelsa, there's a place called Swale. I take a boat to one place called Fangbe. As at then, I know every speedboat, even canoe, they'll give us life jackets.
So why didn't they have life jackets?
They give us life jackets.
Somebody sent me a video just now by WhatsApp and said that he was complaining that the boat driver was going too fast. Listen to this.
The thing is, I saw that video, fine, too fast, but you can always, I repeat, you can always control whoever is riding you. I know I've seen that video. I've seen the video. I've seen it. And sometimes when people, because I travel a lot from Uyo to Calabar and I use that Oron water side. Sometimes when the boat is light, the driver can, pedal, fire. But when the thing is occupied, the boat will be a bit heavy. I enter boat where fire catch boat now. I think I still have that video, sef. I posted it, was it on my Facebook? Boat catch fire for top sea.
Una take risk. Which one be fire?
Boat catch fire. This was we went to this slave trade that was from where the not Tinapa. What do they call this place for Calabar? Oh, I don't forget. So some guys were just making fun. When we were coming back, mommy, water power, jokingly. We said, stop this nonsense. I get that video. I WhatsApp you that video, sir. The guy was just jokingly, mommy, water power. We said, stop this thing. Before we know it, people catch fire. It's 10 minutes, people catch fire. Fear. Everybody, everybody begin fear. They don't even talk. So as I reach edge, now I swim, come out. I swim, come out. They can't go quench the engine. Now the engine even catch fire itself. And it was that. This was 7.
How
me, naturally, one thing about swimming is, well, so far so good. I feel stay 2 minutes inside water. I feel survive 2 minutes without breathing. So I can just do within, a second. I control myself for another 1 minute. You understand? So, but sometimes when that thing happen out of shock. So it's not like when you prepare yourself, enter the water. So out of shock now, you try to struggle out. And take note. Juju day. Juju day. So some rivers are not ordinary. Some rivers are not ordinary. So the thing is, I can tell you 100%, it's not a prank. They didn't do CPR. But when, how do I put it? Let me use the word, when professional checked him out, they said this guy is still alive.
But you see, this is another thing that we are too emotional in this part of the world. If at the instant when they brought him out of the water, they are very quickly, don't CPR, very quickly, don't CPR.
Daddy Freeze, take note, 3 people are missing.
The one where you see, it is all about management. And an airplane crew are trained to evacuate a plane of 200 people in 1 minute. So you have to take care of everybody one by one and take care of everybody as a whole. So all those people who gather, they take picture. Why they don't do CPR?
You see this airplane where you talk at the freeze? This airplane where you talk, now I know say, I swear, if plane won't crash, I know they tell people say won't crash. I flew from Monrovia, 2011, going to Accra. We did emergency landing in Togo. I don't want to mention the name of the aircraft. Now, when we land, the Oyibo people were there close to me. They just carry, I wish I can drop this. They just do like this. Bend down. Now, we will be black. They shout, Jesus, we dey hug ourselves. Now, there I know, say, they know they even announce that thing, say, it won't happen. You self go know, you go feel them. So bringing me out of the water, they would have done. Well, the good thing is,
you see, another thing I want to talk about, and I know a lot of people will bash me for this, but we teach our children how to pray. We don't teach them CPR. We teach our children how. We prayed, because at the stage where I am now, what would I do? The only thing I could do was pray. But when you are at the scene, you don't need to pray. You need to act. Do you understand? You need to learn CPR. Breathe. Help him, especially swimming. You put your mouth on him, you compress his chest, leave him, and then you spit out water. Because it's so much easier for the brain to stay alive if you can resuscitate them manually than wait to resuscitate them after they've been in a coma.
My senior bros, no be almost what happened to them be that. Jerry Amilo, that accident.
Wow.
You don't know the origin of that thing where happened to them. Not the accident, can't go mortuary, they say don't die. No before mortuary, they say never die.
Who be that?
That be that thing where do for face now.
Who be that?
Jerry Amilo now.
Oh. So let us show how ignorant Nigerians.
Do you know how many people in that? Sorry, I have to use that word. You know how many people from Nigeria where they are alive, they carry the entire hospital, mortuary alive. They don't know.
No. Tomorrow now you will hear the gist that he was brought back from the pie. Person will not pie in the first place. We rely too much on superstition and spirituality instead of. So when they can't carry and go mortuary, they can't say no, he never pie. Now from that water side, they don't suppose don't do CPR.
Imagine they carry some people go mortuary where inexperienced morgue attendant they there. Nobody they don't run go slice belly.
Slice belly. I made they push them inside tray with ice. They go slice the belly later. Look, Mohbad, 12 hours after the incident, Mohbad was buried. Now, listen to me, I've not had this number of people listening to me at once before. Since that Mohbad died, I want to use this as a medium. I have 4,300 people watching me on Facebook, 2,200 people watching me on Instagram, 1,500 people watching me on TikTok. The lowest number I have is YouTube, only than 14. We are about 10,000 people watching me live now. All of you promised me today that you are going to go and learn CPR. All of you watching me live now, 10,000 of you, 4,004 on Facebook. Facebook people, I agree to now. Jot it down today. I will learn CPR. Once you get off my live, go on YouTube or Facebook and search how to do CPR. Please, all of you.
Because people they come and people don't know. You understand? I remember when my bros they tell me that. Bros they tell me that in story.
Linda Umudi on YouTube says, I have my CPR card already.
Bros they tell me when me and they discuss, she said
CPR certificate. All of us, where can I need a CPR certificate? Where can I get it? It is more important than even the prayer we prayed today.
That's true.
Where can we get the CPR set? Somebody's life. Maria, you are a nurse. If you don't get and waiting, you go and get. Mrs. Linda, CPR. Those of you who have your CPR certificates, raise your hands. If you don't have, you must, even if you don't go get the certificate, watch, ask questions, go to call your doctor.
Even here for Canada, sir, before you do anything, you must go do first aid, number one. You won't do medical, you won't do nursing, you won't do anything that has to do with healthcare. The first one na first aid. So when me and bros been they talk, imagine say they rush on with other people who get accidents that year.
Now, sorry, I want to bring somebody on who is going to teach us for free how to do CPR. Just basic. I've pinned Hakibone. Hakibone, can you come live and just explain to us how to do CPR? 2 minutes, that's all. Just the basic knowledge. If somebody is drowning and they bring them out of a pool, let's remember, once many celebs lost their kids to swimming pool incidents. It doesn't even have to be a river. Somebody can actually drown in a pool or a stream. So if you know how to do CPR, Hakibone, please join me live even if it is for 1 minute. Okay, Samaria is a nurse, so Samaria can also help. Basic CPR. Basic CPR. The first thing to do. What is the first thing to do? Somebody said not all nurses in Nigeria do CPR. If you are a nurse and you don't know how to do CPR, your school fee is wasted.
That's true.
If you are a nurse and you don't know how to do CPR, someone said I'm a doctor, add me. Okay, I'm going to add the guy on. Send me a request. All right, Samaria, what are the basic steps to do if you want to do CPR?
Oh, that is great. Hello, everyone. If you want to do CPR, the basic steps, just like we were saying, right? First of all, we would always recommend in events that you notice that, okay, somebody is in a situation like this. The first thing you do is to look around you, make sure they're in a safe place. Of which in that case, once you see that they're in a safe place,
they're in a safe place.
Yes. If they're not in a safe place, you have to bring them out and put them in a safe place. Okay. So once you see that they're in a safe place, let's say it's two of you. Let's say two of you will just, let's say, okay, two people find a situation that somebody is drowning or something. As soon as you pull that person out, put them in a safe place, one person should start calling for help. Why that person is
one person to start calling for help instead of recording video.
Yes.
Call for help.
One person should call for help. Why one person is calling for help, the next person there, first of all, look at them, check their airway. Make sure they don't have any obstruction. Let me explain it in a layman's word. You know how you open the airway? Because, for example, what if that person has things obstructing their airway? You know, just think their head backward. Look, open their jaw. Make sure there is no leaf. There are no, you know, let's say in event of water.
Make sure there are nothing obstructing the airway.
The airway. Yeah, as soon as you see that nothing is obstructing the airway, you check for their breathing. You can just check, are they still breathing? You know how normally as an individual, sometimes you just check here.
The jugular.
Check pretty quick, are they breathing? If you see any sign that person is breathing, start your compression. You take note, look at your stomach.
Samaria, stop. Learn how to measure your pulse. Everybody, go on Google or YouTube, type how to measure your pulse. That is how you can tell the first there are two ways to tell if someone is alive. Dilating the pupils, if the pupils are not responding to light, and if the person has no pulse. If the person has a pulse, it's a sign of life. If the pupils are not dilated, it's a sign of life. So this is another thing, like Samaria is saying, look for signs of life. Continue.
If you don't see sign of life, that's when you have to start your compression immediately. That's when you have to start your compression. And you have to keep your arms firm. I don't know, I need to put my hands together. You know how you have the heel of your palm? You place it on another one. Start doing the compression right there at the center of your heart, like at the sternum.
Is that not the sternum?
That's what I'm saying, the sternum. That's where you start the compression immediately. You know, they have different, this is the basic you can learn for anybody, because for children, for example, the compression you give before you give respiration, but for adults is not the same. But at least just start the compression as much as you can. Keep pressing it, but the most important thing is you can give CPR and the person is getting resuscitated, but if there's no ambulance, there is no help, there's no vehicle to help take that person to the hospital, you can still lose that person. This is why everybody must not be there watching just pressing compression. No. As you're doing the compression, you're calling for help. Look for a way to get that person out of that place immediately and take them to the hospital. This is the least you can do. I'm not going to start talking about the airbag, the ventilator, the giving of epinephrine.
Now, in a situation where this happened, where there was no hospital, and you know Nigeria, you don't want to have a medical emergency in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you have, especially around places like Anambra, where it's even in Lagos, God forbid, how easy is it to manage an emergency in Lagos? So what are the steps to take? The first steps, like Samaria said, check for life, check for obstruction. Okay, we have a trained CPR someone who teaches CPR here. Hakiboni, hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Daddy Freeze. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but we can't see your face. Flip your camera around.
Okay, 1 minute, please. Let me.
At the end of the day, you still need the ambulance to come. You still need to take that person to the hospital.
Yes, but you see, they were scrolling. If you watch the video, they
Come
were
and help
scrolling
me
with this guy.
turn it.
I was panicking.
Because you would need to start using defibrillator and the rest of them, and those things cannot just, you don't get them on the streets.
Yeah, how many hospitals have defibrillator in this Nigeria? How
How
many hospitals have defibrillator, by the way, means electric shock.
Yeah.
Paddle. Then they increase
I
the
don't know how
voltage a
to
bit again.
flip my camera.
I guarantee you, there are very few hospitals that have it. Defibrillator is for some. If the person has started breathing normally, I'm not sure you need a defibrillator anymore. All right, so go ahead, my sister.
Yes, I'm trying to flip my camera, Daddy Freeze, because I want to demonstrate to you how to do CPR.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see my dummy.
I can see your dummy clearly, so go ahead. I have like 5 more minutes because Instagram always shuts me off. So we're gonna do this in 5 exact minutes.
Okay, can you see me still? Can you see the dummy?
I can see the dummy clearly. We can see you. Oh, wonderful.
So when somebody is pulled out of the water, the first thing you do, you clasp your hands together. You need the heel of your palm. You place it on their sternum. Obviously, I'm doing this on the table, but in a real life situation, it will be done on the floor. Right? You, just so you could see me, you place the heel of your palm on the sternum. You compress 30 times. Sternum. This is the sternum.
I'm showing it on my body. This is what they call the sternum.
So you compress 30 times. You compress at a rhythm of 2 compressions every second.
1, 2. Okay. Okay.
You do not compress too fast because if you're compressing too fast, the heart will not fill up with blood. We're pumping blood to the brain. So you compress at the rhythm, 2 compressions every second. You compress 30 times and you compress 1/3 the depth of the chest. After 30 compressions, you open the airway, you pinch the nose, plug your mouth on their mouth, and give them 2 rescue breaths. And then 30 compressions again. So it's 30 compressions, 2 rescue breaths. Like my sister said, the ambulance should be on their way at this time.
No.
And if
that's just the basics.
Tell them if they were to be children, you don't use your heel, use your finger. You use 2 of your fingers. And
it's a child, you use 1 hand.
15, you don't use that.
If it's a child, you use 1 hand. But this adult is a dummy, you use 2 hands. If it's an infant, you use 2 fingers.
So somebody's life is going to be saved by watching this video today. If it is an infant that is below 3 years old, you use 2 fingers to compress the chest.
Yes.
If it is a child, you use 1 hand. If it is an adult, 2 hands like these.
Yes.
30 compressions. You lock the nose, open the mouth, and breathe into them twice. Then you do another 30. If it is an infant, 15. Remember, don't carry small picking. Come go do your hand like this. Say one press.
And go break them now. I mean, Daddy Priest, there's a lot to learn. It mustn't be a health practitioner for you to learn all these.
What I'm saying is just basic. Listen, this is the difference between life and death.
Yep.
You test for the sign of life. You feel the pulse. All of you watching me today must learn how to check your pulse. Every single one of you watching me today, you must go and learn, because that's how you know somebody has pied or they've not pied. check the
And
pulse, then open the eye. The pupil of the eye reacts to light. If it's a bright place, the pupil will contract. If it is a dark place, the pupil will dilate to allow more light in. So if you are in a bright place and the pupil is dilated, then you know that you are in trouble. So first things first, hey, don't take picture. Check, is he alive? Oh yes, he's alive. Then you start resuscitating. Now, if you can resuscitate them and manage to get a small breath, even if it takes 30 minutes for the ambulance to come, you have done something.
Right.
Yeah.
You have done something. This is more important than any prayer you can pray at the scene of the accident. It is more important than any picture you can take. The first two things Nigerians start to do is take pictures and pray. I'm not saying don't pray. We prayed. Prayer comes after. Resuscitate. That's why when they say first aid, they don't say first prayer. They don't say first picture. It is first aid. First aid is the first thing you do when you get to somebody who is having a complication. So thank you all so much.
Daddy Freeze, you need to include something else real quick. And this is applicable to children that are, let's say, bone struck somebody on the neck. It's not CPR. There are lots of maneuvers you can do. People are there are lots of casualties that can happen that are preventable. You can give the back, the chest thrust. There's so many things you can do to save people at any time, given time. We're talking about this not because it's about water. What about other accidents like you're eating and you see the fish, you just get stuck there?
It does. You're looking
after Madam's child, and there's a bone.
I rush Samaria. I rush my food. I order rice, jollof rice and meat. So they were calling me in production studio upstairs in Cool FM. I can't enter. I get one toilet place where they go chop that time because food was not legal. So they sneak go chop. So they rush the food. I want chop and finish. Go back to the work. So they call me. As they call me, I just pick the meat. Just throw the whole meat from my mouth. I just chew and small. I just swallow them. The meat just reach here. The meat is no gree go down. I can't breathe like this. Because the meat don't block my airways, so I was breathing around.
Choking. Hell, oh no.
Then I remember the front desk officer. Her name was Grace. Grace just ran to me. She didn't know what to do. She just gave me a bottle of water, a glass of water. I just drank the water. That small hole from where I was breathing, that water can't block them. I no coffee. I no coffee. The first thing that just happened to me was I just said, don't panic. That's this one thing you all need to learn today. Don't panic. I just stopped. I just walked like that. I couldn't breathe. I just walked into the toilet, put my mouth in my throat, and forced myself to vomit. As I don't vomit like this, what saved me that day was because I can't look and say, I don't go. I go. I couldn't, before as she give me that water, so I poured that water from her. The water just can't go block.
Which is wrong. Completely wrong.
That is why we all need to know.
Those of always a big carry house help.
And
they need to know
over the next few days, we're going to have professionals come and teach us. Remember, first aid is more important than prayer. Forget what your parents taught you. Many of the things our parents taught us are not working in today's world. First aid is more important than prayer. Thank you so much, Samaria. Thank you so much, my sister. Hakibone, you are so wonderful. And Chris, all the way from Canada, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for bringing us up to speed. Take care, everyone. God bless you. And we will see you later on tonight. Take care.